Come on. Like, even if I don't believe, like, I still feel like it was fixed.
Trust
I feel
me.
like it was a money match. Like, so, like,
yes,
yo.
yes, they do that in boxing.
I don't
It's
want
normal.
to. I wouldn't want to dwell too much on that. But let's wait for November, December. If he does it again,
Well, now I think the guys come out to say that if there's going to be a rematch, it has to be on his own. Of his own
it
accord.
won't happen. How much do you have?
How much does
Calm
he have?
down.
That's
It
the
won't
point.
happen. Anyways, happy birthday to everybody who's celebrating their birthdays today, wherever you are. Shout outs to all of you, man. But you're celebrating alongside this legend in Hollywood. Remember what I just said. Legend in Hollywood. I love the guy because of his left eye. His left eye is usually like this. Like it's like this. Like,
Trace, how do you love someone because of
and
his left
I
eye?
just like how it looks like this, and he talks like, yo, what you do?
Okay, I think I know the guy.
What you do? What you do? He was in the music video for Blame It On that stick. I'm talking about Forrest Whitaker, man. I love that guy. Man, I love that man. Like a man love. Like,
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
it is one hell of an actor. Like,
Yes,
the brother
yeah,
is good. And when he
It
eye
goes
goes
into
like,
roles.
it gets so deep into
gets so
character,
deep
and then
into character.
I think like he doesn't know who he really is anymore. Like I feel like if they ask him,
I saw
Forrest,
this movie, The Butler. Have you seen the movie?
Yes,
He
thank you.
did-
And you see how
he did
far
so
it went in
well.
that
Yeah,
movie.
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
Jeez,
so
it was
well.
good. It was so good. Like, and he does the eyes like, so what are you talking about now? What are you talking about? What you, we could do this. You know, we could do this. Like, I wish I could do what he did. But shout outs to him. Happy birthday, Forrest Whitaker. The question now for me is, why would your name be Forrest? You know?
It would come and ask you that. Why would your name be Ogene Karo Etebo or something?
It's a
would ask
language.
you.
It means something.
Forest could mean something.
Okay, that means God already. You know? But Forrest.
I'm just saying.
Well, Forest has plenty of resources, so perhaps is what it means. Like, there are plenty of resources in the forest. Wood, the trees, is bush, and they're also deadly animals.
but
So, you
for
know,
real,
many
man,
things.
To be honest, why you gonna name yourself Forest?
There's fish. Somebody is called
There's
fish.
stone.
There's stone. There's
Wow.
drink water.
Like literally
Drink water. There's not grass. Like, you know, like your names you hear and you'll be like, yo, what's happening? I'm waiting to hear Armageddon. I'm pretty sure somebody answers that.
Already.
But let's wait out. So happy birthday to him and to any other person who's celebrating their birthday today. Shout out to all of you. Meanwhile, if you're a lady and you're the hard one on social media, I think you should think again. You never know where God is answering your prayers from. That's real fact. Like, you know,
Real life.
I think for some people, you're waiting for a door to open. Meanwhile, there's a window. Like, you know, pray God, open
I
the
want a
door.
door. You don't
And God
even
be
see the
looking at you
windows.
like, yo, I just opened the window, jump. Like, use the window. Like, you're like, I need the gate, open the gate. I don't want the door, open the gate. It's a window. Come on, use the window. And, you know, and that's what people don't get. So,
Yeah.
yes, if you're the type that, like, I met someone yesterday on the road. Like, you don't know me, I don't know you. Like, I felt like if I was properly dressed, and like I just pulled up, like, yo, hello, excuse me, how are you doing? She would have shook me and really be nice. I felt like, but then I just came back. I was just looking rough, and I just came out. And actually, had seen that some days ago where she acted rude because we mistook the identity. We felt she was somebody else, so we're like,
Okay,
myself and my
you
friends, so
called
we're
her
just being nice. Like, you call me and buy stuff. You don't even like. She just went like, so like, so I now saw the real person. I was telling the real person like,
oh, okay.
you that was even, I said, not me, it's not. So I was like, So later when I figure out like, oh, okay, yeah, you guys look alike. Like, so then I saw the fake one, the stolen identity. And I was trying to correct the impression, like for me, like you were rude. Even if you don't know me, like, you know,
yeah.
it would be nice for you to just sound
But
like
just
a lady.
say, like, I don't know you.
And I was like, hello, hi. And I was like, hi, how are you? Want to shake you? And she said, sorry, I don't shake. I was like, what?
You don't
And I'd
shake.
be like, really? Are you in school? Like, yo, it's how people exchange pleasantries. Like, it's
Like-
just trying to familiarize. Like, hey, hi, nice to
hey.
meet you. Like, you know, simple. Like, you go for an interview and somebody says, hey.
hey, and
like,
you're like,
you
I
would
don't
shake
shake.
them. Like, hi. It's like, yo, you just told me how low you
Yeah.
think, man. Don't worry, forget it. Go, all you done. I forgive you. I don't bother anymore. Go, like, you know. So, like, I think we need to open our minds and understand some things. Like, I think it's not really her fault too, you know.
Yeah, it's probably
In
society.
Nigeria, yeah. Maybe if I shake this guy, I'll
Yeah,
disappear.
I'll disappear. I'll turn to yam.
Yeah,
or-
you know, that kind of a thing.
Yeah, there was a time they said people shouldn't shake when you're at Choba because you could lose your.
Don't no, please don't go there. Don't let people don't even let someone touch you. It was at that time. It was at many
'cause you
places.
could-
You could lose stuff that you don't
you
want to
could lose
lose.
stuff.
Anyways, this lady on social media, she's thanking God because she had the habit of replying at DMs or looking at her DMs. And so she
had the habit of looking at DMs.
Yes,
you're supposed to.
Some people don't look at
To
DMs.
look at your DMs.
Like they just have to go on the Instagram. On Instagram, they will not write. Don't ping. Some of them annoying ones.
Yeah,
Don't ping me. Don't dare DM me if you don't have money. I'm like, what? Are you hustling here? Like stuff happens. Anyways, but for this lady, it ended well. All right, and she's married to the man now, and she's so happy. They have kids, and she's like, just imagine if I had no. And she said in her story, South African woman. All right,
South African.
She says, I quote, "That person you're ignoring in your DMs is the one. Don't let pictures, likes, followers fool you." And it's true. I think on Instagram, some people don't talk with you because they go look at how many followers you have.
Yes, and they see.
And so they match you with the followers. Be like, if you're really balling, you should have more followers. You don't have followers, you're not balling. But so it's not really true. Like I heard a name in Magneto's song. Right? He mentioned the name. Like it was always Joey Zaga or Joey. It always talks about the guy. So I went on to and I went and followed the guy. Like, no man, not much followers. But man, I started browsing about the guy, man. I was like, whoa, brother, man, you've got bread for days. So you don't know, ladies, even guys, you're like, just be nice.
Yes,
I'm not saying if someone is becoming annoying, you shouldn't, but that's why social media has to meet new people.
That's the point now. That's why the DMs are there. You don't just
use
messages and just look at them.
I beg, let's leave that one. Somebody got robbed, by the way. Former BBN star got robbed.
Oh yeah, Alex.
Alex, she got robbed, and she didn't feel too bad about it. When your name is Alex, you can afford to lose a few things, it's not like you're Sanchez, but you could try. You could lose a few.
What do you feel about this year's Big Brother?
For me, honest opinion, it's boring. I think that's the easy word to describe it.
I feel like
no offense to the organizers or the sponsors or brands in there, but I think it was. Look we don't have celebrities even talking about the ish. It's nothing. Like you listen to it, you don't get anything except wrong English. You get a lot of
Big Brother Nigeria. You're hearing British accent. Like what's up? What's happening?
If you want to learn wrong English, like just listen.
Just tune there.
You'd hear sit down.
Because everybody's trying to speak accent.
Exactly. When you have people from Houston, people from the UK, people from different places, so Asama wanna gonna go.
As I be one day wanna go.
Do you have siblings? No, I don't. Just a brother. And a sister. Like, okay, yo. Those ones are triplings. They're not siblings, triplings, they're grown. So stuff happened. I didn't mention names, but people who watch the show know what I'm talking about. But I think that's what keeps some people in the house. I think it's all fun, regardless. But I think that's the reason why people say you learn nothing from Big Brother. Because ordinarily, when I still thumbs up to the Ife said, Ife, Bisola, Tinto, Tony. I learned a lot. Like you're supposed to learn from the conversations these people have, their life experience.
They give them some tasks that focus on what's going on in society.
That helps to build your site, builds your focus. Many things.
Talks about that stuff.
Today they were talking about politics in the morning. It was Jeff, a couple of other people
talking about politics.
Yeah, it's about politics.
That's what's supposed to be about.
And I kind of felt like, okay, you guys are try on this one. So people who didn't know that we had Gowon at a very late 20s, head of state. Some people didn't know. If you watched this morning, you would have learned something. That's why we need the brains in the house and not the siblings. Even though I love the siblings, I love the siblings. For somebody needs to entertain us, Somebody needs to do that job. So Podakot, stand up. You know who I'm talking to. Keep voting, right? We're not shouting. They're not paying us. So let's leave it like that. Anyways, so Alex got robbed yesterday. And she said a lot was lost, but more to gain in the future. You see this robbery? I like this robbery. You were not robbed. They snatched stuff from you.
They just greeted
if you were robbed, you would kneel down and pray to God. God, wherever they are. Let your fire visit them. That's when you were robbed. I felt like they just snatched a few things.
They just came to greet you.
And you're being positive. Anyways, I wouldn't want to laugh too much about that one. Let's just get out of there. We're running out of time and we need to wrap things up as quickly as possible. But before we go, I'd like to go international and talk about R. Kelly. R. Kelly now. In Nigeria now, everybody's coming out saying they were raped. That's happening now. Well, don't worry. We're very good at copying trends. I like Nigeria. You know, I'm honest. Like feminism started over there. You know, they were all feminists, and then it just all it needed was to get to Nigeria, and people will give it all their meaning that they can change it. Like I don't see the point. Because in fact, let's talk about Simi first before we talk about R. Kelly. I think it just occurred to me like, because I think Simi, your career, no, I think something is going. I think something is wrong with it. I'm a huge fan.
Okay,
I love Simi, and somebody said that because they attacked Simi, she was getting death threats, and someone was like Simi fans were threatening you like death threats, like really Simi fans, like how, like you know. My point is, recently, I think somebody needs to take her phone from her. Right? She needs somebody else to manage the social media for a couple. I think she should just chill, just let go of social media, because like some of the stuff you say on social media, Simi, I think you should pause and think about where you're thinking from. Don't think about what you said, but think about where you were
and think about
where you were to say what you said. I think that's the major thing.
Exactly.
Because I think her mind is in the wrong place. Like she's got the wrong idea about everything, all mixed up. So Pastor Chris was preaching. One of the popular, you know, I say Pastor Chris, you know the church. They're not paying us, so we cannot just, you know.
No free adverts.
No free ads. So he was preaching and he said something, all right? He said, husband means master, all right? In fact, if you look at the Bible very well, Abraham got married to Sarah, right? Like Sarah called Abraham my Lord. Like, you know, like if you say you're not a Christian, like would understand, like if you don't want to believe in any of those stuff, like cool. But then you don't go attacking or trying to sound insulting. Because I felt very uncomfortable when she said, are you scared that without the Bible you would have nothing to do or say?
Yes,
like
that was really
referring to Pastor Chris. Like, and that was like, yo, Simi, what do you want to end your career? You know, Nigerians are very sensitive. Like many of the people who listen to your song attend that church, like, you know. So you're doing this to their pastor, like you're saying he wouldn't know. I don't know if you go to church or not, but I don't think he said anything that was wrong. Like he says husband means master. It's for you to go check it. If the Greek translation of husband doesn't mean master, then you say, yo, pastor, you were wrong.
And you don't have to fight with the pastor.
I don't need to fight.
God, if you know,
if you don't want to believe it. Okay, she said husband means master. LOL. I'm tired. See, Olorun ajekin gbogbo wagbon. Tell us.
You didn't say it well, probably.
They didn't spell it well.
Olorun, man. Probably means
Olorun ajekin gbogbo wagbon.
God will make all of us smart.
God will make all of us smart
or wise.
Oh my, okay.
God would make all of us wise. I think
now that's what she don't understand. Like
even
the Bible clearly states it, like you're smart, you're intelligent.
Yeah.
But when it comes to the things of God, just intelligence can't help you get it. Like you can never get it. If you could get it with intelligence, I don't think we would have Bill Gates go to church. Like, you know, I don't think you'd have. It's like a gift. There's some people that are just gifted to understand. If you want to dedicate your life to that path, to learn, you can do that and let the Holy Spirit, you know, fill you, brother. Yes, that's what we're saying. And you begin to learn and you begin to see a different dimension. It's a revelation. Like you get a revelation out of it. It's not just reading it. You get a revelation out of it. And I don't think Simi does. So as a wise woman that has, God will help all of us to be smart, like she said. Like but she didn't sound like she was smart when she said what she said. Honest, like I felt like you would be smart to say, okay, pastor, that's what you think, it's what you believe, I respect it. But for me, I feel like a woman should be, and leave it that. That's your opinion. But then coming out to say, you worried that if that the Bible, you will be like, what the hell? This guy's been doing this since before you were born, and he's still bigger than you in any ways, and will be bigger than you in every way, and always will be bigger than you in many ways. Nobody's saying that you can't grow, but face the fact right now, man. Like face the facts to me. Like you dropped 2 songs. I love them. I'm a fan. Like Jericho is great, featuring Pato Ranking. I love it. Mind Your Business. You did the song. See me, you did the song. Mind Your Business. But what the hell are you doing in the pastor's business? Like, really, man? Practice what you preach. Practice what you preach. We have to wrap things up. We got to go for the world news. It's at 12. All right. So, guys, don't forget. You can check me out on Instagram, by the way. Love.trace. LOVE.TREUIS. And Bolu.
Bolu to spell with a H.
That's how you make things difficult for people. It's because of you people don't reply DMs. Because of you ladies don't reply DMs. When they see, they're like, no need like this guy. No.
Bullet to fair, but with the H.
Okay, with the H at the end, like FEH. Oh, well, good. Anyways, guys, so bye-bye for now. Stay tuned for the world news. Have a lovely afternoon.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM. Whether it's happening in Port Harcourt, South South, Nigeria, or around the world, we've got you covered. On air, online, delivering balanced news and unbiased analysis. Today, 95.1 FM.
This is Today, 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. News.
Good afternoon, and this is the World News on your premium talk radio Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. I am Ifeemi Andrew. On the headlines, River State Government Rights Police Service Commission in protest against the redeployment of immediate past Commissioner of Police CP Usman Belel. Independent Corrupt Practices Commission ICPC expresses optimism to upturn perpetual injunction shielding River State government from being investigated. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo writes yet another letter to President Muhammadu Buhari as insecurity rises. And on the foreign scene, Parliament in Cuba approves new electoral law. And now, the details. This report says the River State government has lodged a complaint with the Police Service Commission over the transfer of CP Usman Belel barely 6 months after he was posted to the River State Police Command. The complaint was made in a letter to the chairman of the PSC, Musiliu Smith, dated 8th July 2019, which was signed by the State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice Zacchaeus Adango. The River State government, in the letter by the Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice, is of the view that the transfer of CP Usman Bello was not in line with the tenor and spirit of the Police Service Commission Act 2001 on the appointment of State Commissioner of Police and the Commission's policy on appointment of Commissioners of Police for each state of the Federation. The River State Attorney General and Commissioner for Justice suggested that the action by the Police Service Commission is politically motivated. The River State government said they are aware that CP Usman Bello's transfer is not unconnected with his refusal to write adverse security report depicting phantom insecurity in River State so as to provide grounds for the relocation of the River State Governorship and State Assembly Election Petition Tribunal from Port Harcourt to the Federal Capital Territory, Abuja. Adangor is of the opinion that the relocation of the tribunal to Abuja is designed to serve the transient political interest of some Abuja politicians of River State origin. And moving away from that, the Independent Corrupt Practices and Other Offences Commission ICPC has expressed optimism that it will upturn the perpetual injunction stopping federal agencies from investigating the financial activities of the River State government. ICPC Commissioner in the state, Alexander Achukura, said this in an interview with correspondent Emmanuel Okoro. The ICPC boss in River State said the commission is working with other relevant agencies to appeal the injunction secured by former Governor Sir Peter Odili.
As of today, I can tell you that we are trying now to do everything possible to appeal that same matter. Because you see, in River State, if we do not investigate them, we cannot report cases like that. Are we on the same page? The point I'm saying is that, you see, because of that perpetual injunction, we are doing the best we can now to appeal that judgment. Yes, we are doing that now, and we get judgment. I'm very confident. Once that is done, the sky will be our limit. In fact, last week, our lawyer was here, and we have done everything humanly possible to see how we can interface with other sister agencies for us to appeal the matter. But we're spearheading that appeal.
Now, the Federal High Court in 2007 gave a blanket perpetual injunction restricting the federal government and its agencies from investigating the financial activities of the River State government and its officials. And now the people of Ofonyama community in Kula, Akukutoro local government area have lamented the large scale of pervasive poverty and lack of development in the area since its existence in River State. Our correspondent who visited Ofoyama reports that there is no sign of development in the community from the government, and despite being a host community to oil giant Shell, some members of the community, especially women who spoke with our correspondent, said the community with less than 2,000 residents has no road, school, portable drinking water, and means of livelihood. The women emphasized that there is nothing to show in the community since Shell started exploring the OML 25 flow station almost 40 years ago.
Every year, any woman that would deliver, if she has a complication, before they will rush her, they take her to the Abonima or take her to Port Harcourt before they will take her. But yeah, no way, don't have any hospital to do that. So before they will rush the lady to the place, even they will never even cross this river, the woman will die on State School of Fire. It was the community that just let have this one to manage with the kids that we have.
This place where we get many problems. Children they sick diarrhea, sick many things because of where the water we drink. Then we they see malaria. Don't get any other hospital except woman want to deliver. If the way and pass, maybe they went to Abonima or Kola.
Primary school where we get safe, no house. House where we they enter, they go fishing 9 be this where our children they go. Secondary school, no day. Water, we no get. See the ground where they waka, poto, every time, fever, malaria, they enter our body.
Chairman of Ofoyama Council of Chiefs, Chief Ibiosia Nath Sokobo, said the people have been carrying out a constitutional right of peaceful protest and has not caused a breakdown of law and order, and wants the federal government and presidency to stop the River State government and Shell from oppressing them. On his part, paramount ruler of Kula, King Kroma Eleki, demanded that Shell should vacate OML 25. Also, the people of Belema community in Kula, Akukutori local government area of River State, have complained of the neglect suffered by the community since Shell operated the OML 25 flow station. Respondents told newsmen that the communities hosting OML 25 will continue to occupy the flow station until an indigenous company is allowed to manage the flow station.
Belema town, if you see her, you will cry for it. The water we are drinking is just like this. The water we are drinking is just like this. Snake is moving inside. No hospital, no school, no nothing. With the least woman well. Before the labor go come, we no get doctor, no primary health care. Before we know, rust Abonima, sometime by way, the woman don't die. And they have been drilling our this thing. The thing is, if Shell no go, we can't go here. We will stay here till Shell go. Whether federal government they kill us, local government they kill us, state government they kill us, make them come and kill us because they attack us so many times.
On his part, spokesman of the Belema Council of Chiefs, Chief Fiala Davis, said that the Nigerian Navy, Director of the Department of State Service, the Commissioner of Police in River State, and other security servicemen should not be used by the River State government against Kula communities. Meanwhile, Community Development Committee chairmen in River State have condemned the killing of one of their member, Lawrence Igwe, by armed men in Choba, Obiakwa local government area of the state. Coordinator of the Forum of CDC Chairman John, while recalling the recent murder of the CDC chairman of Rumodogo community in Emoha local government, wondered why CDC chairmen have suddenly become targets of attacks.
I condemn the killing of our colleague, the CDC chairman of Choba in Obiakwa local government, Mr. Lawrence Igwe. This act is evil and unacceptable. On 12th April 2019, CDC chairman of Umodogo and the coordinator of Emoha CDCs was killed as well. I want to remind the public that we are doing this great job to ensure total tranquility as agent of government in our communities. Our good work should not be rewarded with evil. I sympathize with the family of late Lawrence Igwe and the Choba community for the death of their leader. God shall reward whosoever that committed this act.
Onwubula Lili therefore reiterated the call for community policing to help end gang clashes and criminality in communities.
Those playing politics with security issues in River State are causing more harm than good, mostly to CDC chairman in River State. CDCs in the state requested for community policing known as Neighborhood Watch. It was approved by the state government, but some politicians and military men played politics over this noble idea, and the result today is that CDCs are being killed on a daily daily basis. I therefore call for more collaboration with security agencies, mostly the Nigeria police. They should ensure that CDCs are being secured as they do their good job. The local government chairman, NDDC, state and federal government should initiate ideas on how to protect and help CDCs as they are doing their work in their communities in Rivers State.
And now, moving away from that, the people of Akukabi community in Echie local government area of Rivers State have called on the new Commissioner of Police, Mustafa Dandaura, to intervene in the ongoing mass arrest allegedly being carried out by men of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad in Akukabi community over a kidnap incident that occurred over the weekend. Chief Precious, who confirmed the development to our correspondent, said over 20 people have been arrested. Chief Precious alleged that men of SARS raided the market, church and apartments to arrest people and whisk them away. He, however, called on the Commissioner of Police and other stakeholders to prevail on SARS to release those arrested unconditionally.
Police just came to the community, arrested innocent people and more than 20 persons. They said they had that there was a kidnapping somewhere inside the bush. They just came to the community. They said they don't know there was no information. They started arresting anybody, both people in the store, this coming back from church, this coming back from wedding. They came with a bus. Estimate something that a computer bus of 18 seats filled up and then plus their healers. One of them that just came up from church and then inside his house, they came to his house and then pulled him out from the house and arrested him. And one of that person that saw and one of the other guy that has one leg. My calling is that they should release the innocent people now. They should look for those that is committing the crime, not innocent people.
And now the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Tuko Buratai, has approved new postings and appointments for officers of the Nigerian Army. A statement by Colonel Sagi Musa, Acting Director, Army Public Relations, said the new postings was a routine exercise to reinvigorate the system. Colonel Musa said the new postings and appointments involved the appointment of the newly promoted Lieutenant General Lamidi Adeoshun, the erstwhile Chief of Training and Operations, now redeployed as Chief of Policy and Plans of the Army. And if you just tuned in, you're listening to The World News on Today 95.1 FM, Voice of the People. After the break, more news, the foreign scene, and sports stories. Stay tuned.
Every day, every hour, when the big stories break, depend on our 24-hour news team to bring you the latest. Today, 95.1 FM.
Welcome back. You're still listening to The World News on Today 95.1 FM, your premium talk radio station. And now to more stories. The former President Olusegun Obasanjo has written another letter to President Muhammadu Buhari, warning that Nigeria is tipping towards a dangerous cliff and only the president could forestall such a looming disaster. Chief Obasanjo said Nigeria has... Chief Obasanjo said Nigeria has been consumed by violence and ethnic divisions since President Buhari assumed office 4 years ago in a manner not seen for decades. The former head of state, Obasanjo, said the world, especially Western countries, has been warning Nigeria against descending into a state of violence because any outbreak would be difficult to contain. He warned that for President Buhari to be able to stop the smoldering ethnic agitations, he would have to stop fanning the embers of hatred, disaffection, and violence. Obasanjo also called on armed herdsmen to publicly state their grievances in order to form a national discourse around it, rather than waging a violent campaign across the country. And now Nobel laureate Professor Wole Soyinka has taken a swipe at the government of President Muhammadu Buhari, saying the administration has failed Nigerians over its approach to the herders-farmers crisis and other security problems bedefiling the country. Professor Soyinka said this at his residence in Ijegba in Ogun State. The literary icon said while state governments differ in success rates, central government has failed. He called on the federal government to shun partisanship and focus on delivering good governance to the Nigerian populace. Professor Soyinka suggested that a national conference be called where a debate on the situation of the country will be discussed.
I really confront this nation as a habitation of human beings where very serious issues, economic health, security, etc., and even threatened secessions and so on, are being every day each new question. So that's the first thing. And convoke at the same time a national, what I call an indaba, across all sections, in which we all meet and debate everything, including the economy of this nation. I think that's the way to go. I believe very frankly that the problems of this nation are beyond the solution that can be offered by this government.
And now the president of the Court of Appeal, Zainab Bokachua, has cancelled this year's annual vacation of judges of the court. Federal High Court judges had on July 8 started their annual vacation, and some of the judges were due to commence theirs on Monday, July 15. But in a statement, the media officer of the Court of Appeal, Sadatu Musa Kachala, said the cancellation of the vacation of appellate court judges was due to the enormous election petitions the court is faced with. According to the statement, Bokachua noted that many appeals pending before the court were time-bound and would be due to come up within the period of the court's vacation from July to October. And on the foreign scene, Cuba's parliament has approved a new electoral law which calls for both a president and a prime minister, but has no provision for a multi-party system, maintaining the Communist Party as the only permitted political organization in the country. The new electoral law was unanimously approved, which included in the parliamentary session former President Raul Castro, who remains the head of the Communist Party of Cuba, and current President Miguel Diaz-Canel. Like the president and parliament deputies, the prime minister can now be elected to a maximum of two five-year consecutive terms. Diaz-Canel is expected to remain president and appoint a prime minister, a position for which there are still no official candidates. Previously, the 1976 Constitution had abolished the role of the Prime Minister, consolidating all executive powers into the presidency. And in sports, Ogeri Siasia, the other of former Super Eagles coach Samson Siasia, has been abducted by gunmen in Bayelsa State. Now, this is the second time she'll be abducted by gunmen. In November 2015, Siasia spent 13 days with kidnappers who snatched her from her residence in Odoni community of Sagbama Local Council area in Bayelsa State. Siasia was then in Gambia preparing the under-23 team for the under-23 Africa qualifier for 2016 Rio Olympic at the time when her mother was whisked away by the kidnappers. The Bayelsa State Police Command is yet to confirm the kidnap, and no contact has been made yet. And now here is a summary of our major stories. The River State government has written the Police Service Commission in protest against the redeployment of the immediate past Commissioner of Police, CP Usman Belel. The Independent Corrupt Practices Commission, ICPC, has expressed optimism of upturning the perpetual injunction shielding the River State government from being investigated. Former President Olusegun Obasanjo has written yet another letter to President Muhammadu Buhari as insecurity rises. And on the foreign scene, the parliament in Cuba has approved a new electoral law for the country. And that was the news as edited by Victor Ezeyama. For comments and inquiries, please call 0815-341-8657 or 0814-434-3502. You can send your emails to news@todayfmlive.com or you read our stories online at www.todayfmlive.com. And that's our package for you for the hour. Thank you very much for your time. My name remains Ifyemi Andrew, and good afternoon.
Today's news, today's entertainment, today's sports, today's issues. Today on Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt. This is Today 95.1 FM, Port Harcourt, voice of the people. Port Harcourt, are you ready? Today 95.1 FM, the voice of the people.